haven't eaten everything fucking. Bet you thought I was fucking up, aren't you? No, I'm just fucking with you. I made it. Well, to day 2 anyway. Well, I am now, let's see. I'm at 40 hours of not eating a fucking thing. And because I haven't done a 36-hour fast in a while, I've been sticking to, 16 to 18 to 24 at the most. I had a rough time last night at about the 26, 27-hour mark. My energy dipped, and but I knew it wasn't necessarily because I didn't have blood sugar or something. I knew that the reason my energy dipped is I didn't drink enough water. So for those of you joining me on this fucked up journey of trying to not get fat on the holiday and maybe even losing some weight, you gotta drink water. I had another person that, a friend of mine that I guess was trying to do a 72-hour fast, has a very physical job, I believe, and she dropped out at the 36-hour mark, which is a good, decent fast, don't get me wrong, but the reason she dropped out is she got dizzy while doing some lifting behavior. And I asked if she had been drinking water, and she said she didn't have a chance to. So, drink lots of water. You need more water when you are on a long fast because everything your body is doing is involving water. First of all, as you burn off your glycogen stores, you are losing water. Your water is used to store that glycogen in your muscle and your livers, and as you release the glycogen, you also release the water, hence the reason on a 24 to 36 hour fast that you'll have to pee a lot, in addition to drinking lots of water. If you don't drink water, for some reason your body becomes dehydrated much quicker on a longer fast than it would if you were eating. And I think one of the reasons for that is you get water inside your food. But for the most part, the dizziness, before you jump in and cancel out all of that hard work of fasting by stuffing your face, try drinking some excess water. If you get a little dizzy or lightheaded, sit down. Don't overexert yourself for a little bit and drink a good, chug a bottle of water, or drink half a bottle of water, just guzzle water. Even if you don't feel thirsty in your mouth, your body still needs the water. So that's probably the biggest tip I can give for trying to get over the midway hump of the 72-hour fast. Anyways, another one of you asked if this was okay to do, and that's true. It is okay to do a 72-hour fast. Anything longer than that, and it's going to have some more adverse side effects. You can, if you overexert your muscles, experience a little bit of muscle loss. It's not a big deal by any stretch. Any muscle you lose in a longer than a 72-hour fast, you can easily regain afterwards. But you're going to also experience symptoms as if you have a cold. Because you're expelling toxins at that point. As you get closer to the 72-hour mark, your body is doing more and more cleanup. And the further past you go, the more clean, detoxifying actions take place. Autophagy or autophagy, or however the fuck you pronounce that shit, kicks in around the 36 to 72 hour mark, and it's just getting started. It's not gonna, you're not gonna become toxin free by doing a 72-hour fast. You're just taking a little bit of that shit that you got in your body that's stored up from all that processed food you eat and all the shit in your environment, and you're releasing it into your bloodstream, and your liver's dealing with it. And that's basically why you feel like shit when you do longer fasts. I myself, I'm on, at the 40-hour mark, I don't feel like shit right now. I feel like $1,000,000. I'm mentally alert. I got energy. I'm about to go for a walk to burn off a few extra calories. And then I will continue on to the 72-hour mark, which will be tomorrow evening. I will post, the post-fast results. And I will also, after I stuff my ass on Thanksgiving, I'll also tell you how much of the weight I gained back over Thanksgiving. And then by then we should be able to figure out a net fat loss. Now, as you know, I've lost... Let's see, I started at 206 with this, so I'm at 202.1. So I've lost in the neighborhood of 4 pounds and counting. It's dropping, by the hour. Most of that is water weight. So if you want to kind of gauge, you subtract 2,000 calories. For me, it's 2,200 per day is my maintenance level of calories, and this is just some fucking gorilla math. Don't get your calculator out and check me because I'm probably off a little bit, but you'll get the general idea of the principle of this. Basically, when you're doing a long fast like this, what you're trying to do is deplete your glycogen completely, in which case you will tap into your fat stores in a larger way than you normally would if you didn't deplete your glycogen all the way. You still release some fats and use some fats on the shorter fasts, but when you're glycogen depleted, you are releasing a slightly, and I do mean slightly, greater amount of fats. And it's basically you're at optimal fat burning mode at that point. You are burning fat to fuel your brain, your muscles, your body is all switching over to ketones and fat burning. And while there have been studies that show that doesn't make a big fucking difference, you burn maybe 10 or 15 extra calories, supposedly. I don't know. All I do know is when I do these longer fasts, I lose significantly more weight than the shorter fasts. And it's not just water weight, I actually burn more fat. I don't know who did those studies, but my personal experience is 72-hour fast, 10 pounds, 9 pounds, 8 pounds of weight loss. Almost guaranteed. More if you're physically active, which I don't necessarily recommend if you're not adapted to being in a ketogenic state. When you first start going into the ketosis, you are going to experience some drops in energy, some low, you're going to experience some shitty fucking feelings. And as your body gets used to you switching back and forth constantly, it begins to adapt. And you do it more easily, more readily, because your body's like, if we don't switch over, he's not going to go find something to eat, so we'll switch over. And that it just, your body has to get into the rhythm. And you can lose the rhythm if you get out of doing the longer fasts, or if you don't ever go into ketosis. You'll never experience that, and you'll probably never burn fat optimally. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine, because it just means it takes longer to lose weight. That's all. This is a quicker, slightly quicker way of losing weight. You can duplicate this by going to the gym and doing fucking cardio. It's really that simple. If you want to duplicate the effects of a fast, you need to burn off all your glycogen in the gym, and which it'll take you a while because you're talking 2,000 calories to burn through. Most people don't go into the gym long enough to do that. So to me, fasting is more efficient than going to the gym to burn through your glycogen. So definitely you want to try and get through the initial 36-hour period to really reap the benefits of a 72-hour fast. You can't do a 36-hour fast, eat a meal, and do another 36-hour fast and get the same results as if you did the straight 72 hours, because when you refill your glycogen, you're essentially resetting the clock on depleting your glycogen. A lot of people, there's a little bit of controversy on whether or not glycogen depletion is fucking necessary for losing weight. And it's really not. It's just, it helps. It helps you. And it also, when you don't have carbs in you, you don't have water weight. Your weight is pretty accurate when you are glycogen depleted. And you can expect to regain it once you start eating carbs and salt again. So, anyways, continuing on to my fucking goal. Thank you for those of you who've subscribed, and it really fucking means a lot to me. And for those of you that have messaged me through YouTube that have thanked me for helping you, I appreciate it, and I'm glad that I could fucking help somebody, because I was lost. When I was fat, and I got kicked out of the military because I was fat. I was in the military for a while. I'm gonna get kicked out. I just up or out, and I didn't go up because I was fat. So you kind of, I understand the struggle that regular dieting and regular exercise and all of that can do, and plus with years of trucking, I don't even want to go into that, how fat you can get when you're on the road. Just look around at your truck drivers and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I'm just thankful that something I'm doing is helping people and making the world a slightly better fucking place. But it's not all me. I didn't invent this shit. I'm just experimenting with it the same as you, and I'm just sharing my experiences. Sometimes I may be wrong, sometimes I might be off on my information or my data, I don't know. But so far, everything that I've tried has worked to one degree or another, and I'm starting to feel really comfortable being able to share my knowledge with other people that I've accumulated simply by doing research. That's all you got to do your research. You can learn anything now. It is an information Google fucking world. I mean, Google tells you where and when you're taking a shit. While you're sitting on the bowl, Google knows that you're sitting on the bowl and sends you an ad for toilet paper. That's how ingrained into our technology we seem to be nowadays. So keep that in mind, that everything you want to learn or could want to learn or want to try or want to do, the information is out there for free, believe it or not. So that's it for today's update on day 2 of the fucking 72-hour fasting challenge. So remember, I'm not a fucking expert. I'm just a fucking asshole. Have a nice fucking day.